When someone talks about the most influential knives, the most influential Emerson knives, they talk about these four designs: the CQC-6, CQC-7, Commander, and the CQC-8. Each of these knives has a very important history in the Emerson world and the tactical community at large, or the tactical knife community. Of course, the CQC-6 is really what started everything. It got Mr. Emerson's name out there, and was a big hit in military forces. Then the Benchmade 7, the Benchmade Model 970 came out, which is the Emerson CQC-7, and that was that introduced the Emerson name to a wider group of people. More people could afford an Emerson. And then the Emerson Commander, which was designed for Navy SEALs, and eventually was distributed to the public under the name of the Commander. And I've spoken in full length about all those knives. And here's the last one, the CQC-8, which this video will be about. So the CQC-8 was originally designed after Mr. Emerson was inspired by a Bill Moran knife. I believe it was the Warrior knife, which is a fixed blade, and it has very similar lines as far as the curvature of the whole blade. The CQC-8 was designed as a fighting knife. In fact, a friend of mine likes to say that the CQC-8 is a fighting knife that happens to be a good EDC knife. The CQC-8 was designed without a wave, and all the current models have the wave. The originals did not, and it's not really needed as a thumb ramp because it has these a choil here for your hand to fit into very nicely, and it makes the waveless CQC-8s more special, more rare, because most of them have the wave. The CQC-8 was probably the last one to go into production. This one went into production in 2004, whereas the Commander went into production in '98, and the 7 went into production in 1999. It had been a full custom Emerson knife at least since the '90s, the early '90s. The 8 has been used in overseas as well as at home in the USA. And military forces. The British SAS are very fond of the CQC-8. I think it's their official tactical knife. The CQC-8 has 3 sizes: the regular size, which is what I have in front of me; the Horseman, which is a mini version of the CQC-8; and the Super CQC-8. The Horseman was designed because ranchers, people who ride horses and herd horses or cattle or whatever, like the shape of the CQC-8, but they wanted a smaller version so it was more portable. And Mr. Emerson was kind enough to make that model for them, and he eventually distributed it to the public as well. And NYC Dave 212 on YouTube has a couple videos on his custom and production Horsemans, and he can talk. You can watch those videos for more history of the Horseman. And then the CQC-8 in the super version, super size, came around, I think it was 2009, as a result again of people asking Mr. Emerson for a super sized version. And that knife is just a monster. It feels, I mean, the CQC-8 fills out your hand. The Super 8 it's like a pocket sword. It's large, and it will cut whatever you need. Trust me. So yeah, the 8 is quintessential Emerson. The original 8s had a contoured G10 handle and black blade, and it was called the banana knife because it went through a couple of different iterations, different redesigns, where it looked very similar to a banana. The way it curved and everything. But what's nice about it is the sweep. makes it cutting with it. It's so easy. Cutting through objects is no difficult task with the CQC-8. It's a little bit larger than the 7 and the Commander. This one, I think it's about a 3.8-inch blade, or something to that effect. It's a good knife. It's a good size knife, whereas the 7 is, well, I'd say it's much more pocket friendly. You can see the size difference there. The 8 really overshadows the 7. But like I said, this was designed for a fighting knife. This was designed for the military, and you don't want to scrimp or to to hold back when your life's on the line. This is designed as a fighting knife, like I said, like 3 times I think, but it was designed to be ergonomically correct in the forward and reverse grip. So I have it in the reverse grip now, and it molds to your hand in both grips extremely well. Those little cutouts for your hand, for your fingers, are perfect. And the reverse grip, the butt of the knife contours to your thumb extremely well. Additionally, the tip of the 8 is almost like an arrow. If you look at it very closely, the way the swedge is cut, it really does look like a point of an arrow, and it makes it piercing abilities are extremely good, I should say. Come on, let's focus in on that Emerson logo. Let's see if there's anything else I can talk about. When you draw the knife, and if you put your thumb over it, it can be used as a pommel. This comes to a nice point, and you can use that for pressure points. There's like a Kubotan, and then you can just, oops, oh, nice, good job. I can put that in there for a, just flip it open with your thumb, and it's ready for business. Alright, I guess it's about it that that's all the information I have on the CQC-8. So if you have any questions or comments, please post them. As always, guys, be dressed to play and geared to slaughter. Have a good one.